When one sits in Shul on Shabbat when Parshat Vayikra is read, many will glance over the psukim that discuss the korbanot, the meal offerings that one may bring in the Mishkan. Though on the surface level, the text seems repetitive, much can be drawn from the fact that there are many offerings that can be made. For examples, there is the meal offering, mincha, the peace offering, shlamim, the sin offering, chatat, and the guilt offering, asham. When reading through the verses, it seemed as though much was being repeated. However, after thinking about each type of korban, I began to understand that the different types of offerings speak to different aspects of Judaism from both the individual and communal perspectives. The fact that there is such a variety of korbanot speaks to the idea that there are many areas in which we can work on our relationship with Hashem. It is not that we have to be sinners in order to bring a korban. Rather, korbanot and meal offerings in general allow for the Jewish people to connect to Hashem through making literal and figurative sacrifices. Korbanot are literally sacrifices because the one who offers it must give up the value of that which he is offering. So too, in order to gain a deeper connection to God, we must give up some of that which we value. As I mentioned earlier, the variety of korbanot speaks to many different aspects of the Jewish religion. First, the meal offering, or mincha, speaks to the idea that we do not need to be sinners in order to make a sacrifice. Non-sinners can and should make sacrifices in order to gain a closer relationship with Hashem. Second, the sin offering and guilt offering both represent the idea of forgiveness and that certain sins can be forgiven through sacrifices. And the former represents the communal aspect of Judaism, as the Kohen Gadol brings this korban to atone for the sins of the whole entire Jewish community. Many people quickly skim over the psukim of Parshat Vayikra because this parsha does not include a storyline, and many people feel unconnected to the korbanot because we no longer perform them. However, if we begin to understand the korbanot as both speaking to different aspects of present-day Judaism and relating to the fact that we can sacrifice aspects of our lives for our relationship with God, one is able to feel more connected to the concept of korbanot. Though we no longer have a Beit HaMikdash in which to perform literal korbanot, we can continue to become closer to Hashem through making sacrifices in other areas of our lives. Some say that the word korban comes from the root karov, meaning closer. Thus, in our everyday lives, we are making korbanot or sacrifices to develop a closer relationship with Hashem.